Hi everybody, this is Mike at kmedia3d.com. We're here today to talk about separated alpha video files to be used in conjunction with an RGB video file to make that RGB video have a transparent background. Example we're going to use today is from my site here, kmedia3d.com. Here we are at the store here, new site under construction. As you can see, there's a few examples of some downloadable content. We're going to use the Old Glory example here, the 4K version. As you can see up here, it explains once you download this, you get a .rar file, which is a compressed and extractable file that has two MP4 video files inside, one of them being the RGB color file that has red, white, and blue here and the black background. And then the other file is going to be the alpha. This will basically be a fully white silhouetted flag with a black background that we're going to use in conjunction to make this black transparent. So without further ado, let's get started. Once you download this, you get an extractable file here. I'll go ahead and do it right here in this folder. You see these two files, one being the color, no transparencies, and the other one being the alpha. So before I do anything further, I'm going to make a new scene here, a new project. I'm not going to save this one. We're using After Effects CC 2017 for this example. I'll bring this back over. We're going to take these two video files. I'm going to drop them into the project window. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the RGB, I'm going to drag it down, create its own composition. If I play this file, this is what you get. It's beautifully made. I made it in Maya. It's highly detailed with 600 frames, 20 seconds at 30 frames a second. Right now we can't tell if this background is actually transparent or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in a 4K image for a background. It's just a texture, metal-like. I'm going to drag it to the bottom of this. And you can see this black is still showing. It's not showing through, so that means there's no transparency in it. If I go ahead and hide this RGB layer, you'll see this is what I want the background to be, and I want that flag in the middle of this. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this back. I'm going to grab the alpha video, drag that down, put it on top of this composition here, and you'll see the white here silhouetted on this black background. I can go ahead and play this, and you'll see that this alpha moves just like the RGB layer does. Go ahead and stop it. I'll drag this back to the beginning. So let me hide the alpha for right now. One option that people might look at to try to get this transparency to work without an alpha is maybe blending modes. I'll use an example as a screen here. If I use the screen, you see transparency works, but it affects the flag as well. This is not what we are looking to do in this example. We want the flag to be fully opaque on this background. So we have to go a different route. I'm going to change this back to normal. I'm going to bring back the alpha. Now to get this to work, it's very simple. You'll see under the RGB layer here we have track matte. I'm going to go ahead and click in this here, the drop down menu, and I'm going to use Luma Matte. And as soon as I click that, you see the black background becomes transparent. And it doesn't affect the flag at all. It's fully opaque on this. If I go ahead and play it now, you'll see there's no errors, no transparency issues at all. It plays beautifully on this background here, and you can use any background you want. It'll work with anything that you have. You can separate these compositions as long as these two, the alpha on top and the RGB underneath, is in one composition. You can add any composition underneath and it'll work the same way as this. So I hope this helps you out and you guys can make some awesome content with this. Put your own backgrounds on any simulations that you have, or if you purchase online, either from my site or anywhere else. As long as they have a separated alpha video file and an RGB file, this technique will work. So I really appreciate all of your support, and we'll see you again soon in the next tutorial.